This is a highlight of the Off Topical podcast. Listen for free to the whole episode at offtopical.net. Next up, we have the Chromium developers are moving to deprecate core APIs used by ad blockers. I think you sent me this story, didn't you?
I did, and in fairness, it's Chrome doing it to Chromium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because, Chromium literally piggybacks off of Chrome, and Google is looking to snip Chromium. So, because we already know they're going to kill in Chrome, because Google is just one big service industry.
Yeah,
they can't function without ad blockers, so it's to be expected.
Right.
But the fact that they're going to kill a fork of their own technology is pretty staggering.
Is Chromium a fork?
Well, it's like what is it, Iceweasel or whatever? It's like Chrome without all the proprietary crap.
Yeah, I thought Chromium was like the base, and then like that was the open source thing, and then Google comes in and adds their proprietary crap to it and makes Chrome.
I have no idea.
It might be.
I don't use it.
Yeah, I don't either.
I could be wrong, but from what I've seen, or at least from what I've read off of this whole fiasco, it's Google is the one who's blocking it.
Right. I mean, even though Chromium is licensed under the MIT, I mean, it's essentially proprietary technology. They just have like little bits that they can afford to like open source. They're just pushing it out there. But I mean,
yeah, you just get like the bare bones browser without all the extra sprinkles that allow like Netflix and other stuff to function properly.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you end up with like Google's in charge right now. They're in charge of Chromium, which is like why I find it so flabbergasting that that Microsoft is jumping on board the Chromium train. Like,
yeah, I don't get that. Remember we discussed that in the previous podcast? They should totally just fork Firefox.
Agreed.
Because all they're doing is like, well, Chrome wins, so we're just going to go use Chrome. Oh, okay. So you're just going to let them win even harder. Super, guys. Like, what?
Yeah, it's awful. Fact that...
Why don't they just bundle Chrome? Just abandon Edge and just bundle Chrome. Because, I mean...
That's basically what they're doing anyway.
They're going to re-implement all the stuff that Chrome has anyway in order to function properly.
Yeah.
So what is the point? Like, I don't get it. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's very confusing.
If you read the bug tracker on the Chromium bug report system, basically what's happening is like the API that uBlock Origin and a lot of other like tools use to actually intercept GET requests for web resources, they're actually deprecating that, and they're implementing a new interface for extensions to actually connect with. But one of the things that's so crazy about this new interface is that it limits the number of rules that can be applied by any one extension to 30,000 rules, which according to I don't have his name right here in front of me. Very prepared, Gardiner. What's his name? Raymond Hill, who is the developer of uBlock Origin. According to him, 30,000 rules is nowhere near enough rules to actually perform uBlock Origin requests, like to actually ensure privacy. So the fact that they're creating this new API that's literally crippling these extensions that are trying to provide privacy to their users, I mean, I understand why Google's doing it. They make their money from advertising.
Yeah.
But it's like, what about the DuckDuckGo privacy extension? And I mean,
that's not gonna probably work anymore either.
No, it probably won't. And it's like, they're doing it for a reason, and it's because they want to invade your privacy. I mean, they don't even allow. I think what it is that Google doesn't allow extensions on mobile, and they want to just get rid of extensions completely. Because why should the user have control over the software they run on their PC.
I wonder if this will affect Firefox as well, because
Right.
Firefox uses the Chrome extension stuff now. And if they change that, of course, Firefox could also say, hey, we're not rolling up to that version. So,
right. Or they could.
But I remember the big fiasco. People were like, why are you doing this? And they're like, yeah, we're doing it. And it was probably part of their deal. Like, when they get Google ads back, when they switch back from Yahoo back to Google.
Right.
It was probably part of the deal because, that's kind of the way it works. You gotta give a little.
Well, what about like Brave and the other like Chromium-based browsers that are,
They should all break as well.
I know it. Yeah.
On the other hand, though, Brave uses its own stuff for that, so it might not break them.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, of course, like this extension or this API that all these extensions are using is going to be deprecated, but that doesn't mean that the forks can't continue to implement that API. And same with Firefox. I mean, Firefox conforms to the Chrome extension standard. But that doesn't mean that because Chrome has closed this one exposed API, that the rest of the people.
Oh yeah, and there's been a lot of backlash. And another thing to keep in mind, this issue that has been opened is for the future, and it's only a draft.
Right.
So it is entirely possible that it will not be implemented.
Yeah, that's why we need to bang the pots and pans and make a ruckus about it. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I think they're kind of pulling like a Unity now.
Yeah.
Because they are. Oh, also another thing to point out, they have blocked a lot. They have deleted a lot of comments, and I don't feel for a second that many people were like rude or anything. I feel that this was more of just like I don't know. It just feels more like wrong speak.
Yeah.
People disagreed.
There is,
and maybe people just got a little. Maybe people got a little hot and heavy, but at the same time, you're kind of implementing something that's gonna massively affect most users. So,
right.
People getting a little angry, and maybe telling you to, go screw off in a much more vulgar way. Yeah, you kind of expect that, and in a way, you kind of deserve it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna open up another issue on the bug tracker, and we'll see how many comments are deleted from another just randomly picked one.
Yeah, this one has a lot, and I think it was a lot of people with like anti-Google garbage, which is
fair enough
as far as I'm concerned. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, just find another issue that has like a lot of replies. That'd be the easiest way to find it. But the funny thing is that this didn't really become that well known to a whole lot of people, and yet then it did. And wow, when it did it get really big?
Oh yeah, this was covered on. I saw this covered on Wired. I saw this on TechCrunch. I saw this on another one that I read, ZDNet, and it's like, it was funny because like I went to Wired.com, right, and I was reading the article there, and it was like, some people use ad blockers to block ads on websites that are obnoxious, and then at the very bottom it was like, looks like you're using an ad blocker. Turn yours off on our website. I'm like, no thanks, bro.
Yeah, I can't even use most news sites anymore because they're like, you have to disable your ad blocker, and I'm like, well, it was nice knowing you.
A lot of time when that kind of thing pops up, like a modal box will pop up in front of, covering the content. You can just hit Control-Shift-I and use the inspection tool and then remove it from the DOM. It's so simple.
Yeah, but it's just so annoying. But some put it behind like an actual like paywall. Like it redirects you. Like the URL is kind of the similar. You know what I'm talking about? Where they redirect you to that stupid thing. Like you must disable, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah, I think it was Business Insider was doing that, where it would like, you would go to the page and then it was like, hey, we're going to redirect you in 5 seconds, but first watch this ad. That kind of shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Or it redirects you and tells you to disable your ad blocker and then refresh. And I'm like, no.
Yeah. I don't know.
Fortunately, if you run no script, you can just stop that script from running and then it doesn't matter.
Right.
It's like,
no script is great.
It is great.
Yeah. What do you guys think? How do you think this move by the Chromium developers is going to affect other web browsers, including Firefox? Let us know in the comments below, or on the show notes. What's the show notes? Forum.heavyelement.io. There you go. Yeah. Profesh.
Wow.
It's fine. They know what to do. What you just heard is a highlight from the Off Topical podcast. Listen to the full episode for free over at offtopical.net.